Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is the Real Sports Talk Top 32 Quarterbacks for 2013 Countdown. I'm continuing my countdown, trying to save you guys from Ron Jaworski and ESPN's countdown. Let me recap what I've done so far. I'm about to announce number 23 for 2013, but let's go back from numbers 32 to 24 and see where we've been so far. At 32, Nick Foles of the Philadelphia Eagles came in. At 31, Chad Henne of the Jacksonville Jaguars came in. At 30, Christian Ponder of the Minnesota Vikings, who did go to the playoffs last year, he came in. 29, Kevin Codnewly of the Buffalo Bills came in. 28, the Raiders' new quarterback, Matt Flynn, was on the list. 27, Mark Sanchez, who continues to be worst of the worst on SportsCenter. 26, Brandon Weeden of the Cleveland Browns. 25, Carson Palmer of the Arizona Cardinals, and formerly of the Raiders and the Bengals, and then 24, Michael Vick of the Philadelphia Eagles. At number 23, coming in on the list, is a second-year quarterback who might not have had the dominance of RG3, Russell Wilson, and Andrew Luck last season, but he had a pretty decent rookie season, and that is Ryan Tannehill of the Miami Dolphins. Tannehill in his rookie season last year had a 58.3 completion percentage, a 76.1 QB rating, 12 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, over 3,000 yards passing, over 200 yards rushing, and I think it's safe to say that those numbers are not numbers that blow you away. Again, especially considering just the abundance of rookie quarterbacks we had last year. But I think if you compare him more to guys like Brandon Weeden, Nick Foles, some of the other rookies we saw play, Ryan Tannehill played pretty well. I think that RG3 and Andrew Luck and Russell Wilson have kind of set this standard so high for rookie quarterbacks now that we forget there are still guys that take a little more time to develop. Ryan Tannehill was not someone that I was exactly high on coming out of the draft, but after a season I certainly do think he is the long-term answer in Miami, and I think not only his passing ability, which will continue to improve this year with the addition of Mike Wallace into this receiving core and Dustin Keller as well, but I think his ability to get out of the pocket, extend the play, and rush for some yards. He had 211 rushing yards last season. I think that that's something else that made me like Ryan Tannehill and realize that he does have a bright future. Now, I like Joe Philbin a lot as a head coach. I think he's a very good offensive mind. And then you look at some of the receivers that he now has in Miami. I mentioned Mike Wallace. Brian Hartline had over 1,000 yards receiving last year. He's a very good number 2 receiver. Dustin Keller finally gets out in New York, and I think getting out of New York, even though Ryan Tannehill is not a great quarterback yet, I think that he's only going to improve. And then the big question for me is, what does Lamar Miller do as the running back for this team? He took over for Reggie Bush about halfway through the season, got more carries. Reggie Bush is now up in Detroit, so he's gone. Lamar Miller really gets a chance for the first time that he's going to be a guy that's a feature back, and we're going to have to see what he does. If he really struggles and Ryan Tannehill's forced to throw the ball 35, 40 times a game, I'm not sure that's necessarily a recipe for success. But if he struggles even a little bit, and Joe Philbin continues to run the ball, even if he doesn't get results, I think that does benefit Ryan Tannehill because it keeps defenses honest and opens things up. Now, if he's able to have success, that's even better, and he's behind an offensive line that while they lost Jake Long, they still have Mike Pouncey, who has made some news recently for wearing the free Aaron Hernandez hat, which, by the way, as guilty as Aaron Hernandez clearly is, if they want to do that, he hasn't been tried yet, and they have every right to wear that hat. And then Tyson Clavel on the right side of the offensive line, I like a lot too. So it's still an offensive line that I like, and I think Ryan Tannehill comes in at 23 because of the progressions that I anticipate he will make this season behind a very good offensive line and with a receiving core that is becoming one of the better receiver cores in the NFL. So Ryan Tannehill comes in at 23 on my top quarterbacks for 2013 list.